Okay, this is about beauty is only skin deep. There's a huge difference between beauty on the outside and beauty on the inside. But for some ridiculous reason, there's a lot of people that don't know the difference. There's a lot of people, they'll see a good looking person and they'll think just because they're good looking, they're the best person in the world. That they're the best person in the world because they look good. And I just think that's completely gullible and completely shallow when I see a lot of people that just go crazy every time they see a good looking person, instead of waiting and to get to know what type of person that is. And instead of looking at what type of person the person is on the inside versus what type of person the person is on the outside. You take a person like Gabby Sidibe, for example. Gabby Sidibe is very overweight. She's very unattractive. She's not an attractive woman. But on the inside, she has a great personality. She's funny, she's educated, she's well spoken. She has one of the best personalities you would ever want in a woman. But I can guarantee you, most men wouldn't want anything to do with Gabby Sidibe because of what she looks like. Most men wouldn't want anything to do with a woman that looks like Gabby Sidibe, solely because of what she looks like. Not because of her personality, not because of who she is as a person, solely because of what she looks like. And there's a lot of men that will turn down a good-hearted, good woman that has a great personality, that's unattractive, simply because she's not attractive, simply because she may be overweight, or she may be not as attractive as the other women. I just think people should start judging people on who they are as a person, opposed to what they look like. I think it's gullible and shallow for any person to simply judge a person solely on what they look like and not who they are as a person. And to be honest, to be completely honest about it, most men are shallow. That's just the honest truth. And when I was younger, I used to be just as shallow as most men. But as I got older, I started realizing you should judge a woman on who she is as a person opposed to what she looks like. If you're going to have a stable relationship with a woman, you need to know what type of person she is and who she is as a person, opposed to only looking at what she looks like. A lot of younger men are brainwashed by the media that a woman's looks means everything. That as long as she's sexy, as long as she looks good, that's all that matters. And for a lot of younger men, that's all they care about. As long as she's hot, as long as she's sexy, that's all they give a fuck about. You take a woman like Paris Hilton, for example. Paris Hilton she's the typical beauty queen, attitude, stuck-up type of woman. She's a slut, she's a hoe, she's the worst type of woman as far as her personality goes. But I can guarantee you, most men will choose Paris Hilton over Gabby Sidibe. Most men in general will choose Paris Hilton over Gabby Sidibe, solely because of what she looks like. Not because of what type of person she is, solely because of what she looks like. And that's how shallow most men are. I bet if we did a survey, if we did a national survey on YouTube and asked all the men across the world, which woman would they choose between Paris Hilton and Gabby Sidibe? 90% of the men across the world would choose Gabby Sidibe. They would choose Paris Hilton over Gabby Sidibe. And that's how shallow most men are. It's the honest truth. Most men are shallow. But I just think people should start looking at who a woman is on the inside versus who she is on the outside. I get sick and tired every time a person sees a good-looking person. They just lose all sense of reality, and they just get on their knee. They want to get on their knees and kiss their ass just because they look good. Just because a person looks good doesn't mean they're a good person. It doesn't mean anything really. All it is flesh. What something is on the outside is just flesh. You got to look at the heart in the person. What somebody is in the heart, that's what really means something. What's in that person's heart is what really counts. That's why I think people should start judging people on who they are as people versus who they are on the outside. Beauty is only skin deep. And I think a lot of younger men need to realize this. Just because a woman looks good doesn't mean she's better. It doesn't mean she's better than, it doesn't mean anything. And I think sex is only gonna last so long. Just because a woman looks good doesn't mean you're gonna have a great relationship with that woman. Good sex is only gonna last for so long. You gotta have a woman that has a personality that you can get along with, that you can have fun with, that you can have good times with other than just sex. And that's why I think the personality means more than who the woman is on the outside. Like I said, beauty is only skin deep, and beauty is only in the eye of the beholder. And I think a lot of younger people need to realize this before they just lose all sense of reality every time they see a good-looking person. Just because a person looks good doesn't mean they're better than anybody.